Given the current global political context, when governments aren't on good terms, it's easier to conceive a third world war than global peace. The procurement and development of increasingly futuristic weaponry that may do damage from a distance is causing governments to clash. These nations are involved. This shouldn't be surprising, considering that throughout human history, combat winners have been those who could move farthest away from the battle. This conflict favored knives and swords over teeth and claws. This combat favored arrows over swords. Arrows couldn't beat guns. Cannons and other long-range weapons made guns obsolete. Aeroplanes might kill from above, out of sight of their victims. The rapid development of unmanned aircraft, armed robotic rovers, autonomous underwater vehicles, and intercontinental ballistic missiles that can transport nuclear bombs thousands of kilometers gives us a glimpse into the future of conflict. Hey guys, welcome to Next Tech Ventures. Before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell symbol, and let's get started. On the other hand, it is essential to understand that winning a fight has not always been about having the most ferocious claws and the most imposing weapons. To win a war, you need to have the most brilliant intellect. The importance of strategy and intelligence in war is growing to the point that they are beginning to eclipse the role of firepower and equipment. The ever-increasing value of intelligence in military conflict. As the nature of war and combat changed throughout time, individuals gradually became aware of the significance of gathering intelligence in the form of information on the adversary that might be used to anticipate their movements. When you are able to anticipate the actions of the adversary, it is much easier to devise strategies that will guarantee victory without expending an excessive amount of resources, without losing an excessive amount of lives, and sometimes even with a smaller pool of resources and weapons than the adversary. As a result of this, espionage developed into an essential component of combat. Newer forms of communication technologies were developed and put into use as a result of the growing significance placed on effectively communicating information to the appropriate individuals at the appropriate time. Research and development in the field of technology started concentrating more and more on information gathering and sharing tools rather than weapons designed to wreak damage. Spies were educated and then dispatched into enemy territory with the goal of gathering intelligence that would allow tacticians to anticipate the maneuvers of their opponents. In today's world, militaries are putting just as much money into information technology as they do into weapons and ammunition. The use of unmanned aerial vehicles and drones to collect video footage of geographical regions of interest, such as enemy territory and areas of engagement, often known as the battlefields, has already proven to be beneficial to the military in terms of its operational capabilities. These reconnaissance systems are currently undergoing the incorporation of many technological advancements, including as big data, machine learning, and deep learning, in order to efficiently and accurately analyze the data gathered and draw conclusions from that analysis. The leaders of the military unit can benefit from the insights gained from the analysis of data when it comes to making decisions and organizing their movements to achieve optimum performance. For instance, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency in the United States is providing financial support for the development of Project Mind's-Eye. Mind's-Eye is an artificial intelligence-based system that can locate, track, and identify objects in video footages collected from surveillance systems such as cameras attached to drones. The impact of information technology on the course of future conflicts. The integration of communication and command processes made possible by information technology will be an essential component of warfare in the future. This will allow for the most efficient use of personnel on both sides of the conflict. In the sad case that there is another conflict, the following are some technologies that may become prevalent in the future. The meaning of augmented reality, you'll understand the usefulness of a HUD, also known as a heads-up display, if you've ever played any first-person shooter game, whether it be Call of Duty, Halo, Counter-Strike, or the game that's currently all the rage, PUBG. On a battlefield, soldiers want fast access to important information, such as their position and the position of their team members. This includes their own position. AR heads-up displays will eventually be able to be connected with the weapons that soldiers carry, giving them the ability to better their targeting and keep track of the performance of their weapon. AR can also be utilized to exchange information visually between soldiers, allowing for improved coordination and communication while preventing a loss of focus during crucial moments. AR is already being employed in the production of helmets for fighter pilots in the Air Force. These helmets provide pilots with all the situational information they require to make quick judgments, even in the most high-pressure scenarios. Virtual reality. Regardless matter what the new technology exists in terms of weapons, the most vital weapon for any army is a trained and experienced soldier. This is true regardless of what technological advances are made in terms of weaponry. Soldiers can get significant experience on the battlefield through the use of virtual reality, which eliminates the need for them to put themselves in danger by participating in actual combat during training. This will make it possible for militaries to have their personnel adequately trained for combat, hence reducing the likelihood of strategic errors and the number of lives that are lost. Virtual reality is already being utilized by armies to train aircraft pilots in order to protect equipment and lives, both of which may be in danger due to the trainees' lack of expertise. Artificial intelligence. It is common knowledge that artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly capable of imitating the way humans think intellectually. In point of fact, artificial intelligence is known to be capable of outsmarting humans. This was proved just a year ago when an AI player defeated the world champion in the strategy game Go. Go is a game that involves both intricate strategy and intuition. Because AI has the capacity to learn, strategize, and process vast amounts of data extremely fast, it has the potential to become an effective military advisor. AI systems can be used to develop war strategies, but they can also help troops communicate with one another in the field by communicating mission-critical information to concerned units and providing them with the ability to make sound decisions while they are engaged in conflict. It is possible to carry out this communication by employing the head-mounted augmented reality displays that were described before. Cyber warfare. Because there are so many machines that are networked in a vast and integrated network, the greatest danger may not come from the firearms of the adversary, but rather from their computers. Programmers and hackers on opposing sides will be continually engaged in efforts to destroy the military, and sometimes even civilian networks of the enemy in the event that conflicts are fought in cyberspace, which is a very real possibility. When every system is dependent on interconnected digital technology, a breakdown in the technology can lead to an outcome that is considerably more devastating than the accumulated destruction that is created by an all-out armed attack. This is because the failure in the technology can affect more people. Because of the rapid spread of the Internet of Things, whole countries will eventually establish networks of interconnected devices and systems that span thousands of kilometers. These networks will cover hundreds of thousands of square miles. These networks will consist of both essential infrastructure, like the power plants and power grids, and commonplace devices, such as ID scanners located at the doorways of buildings. Future cyber attackers may try to gain a military advantage by targeting civilian facilities with their attacks, which could result in shutdowns across the country. It will be essential for technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning to play a part in the field of cybersecurity in the future. Imagining what conflict may be like in the future and how devastation may follow is both fascinating and unsettling due to the fact that we know how destructive its aftermath can be. Nevertheless, whether we like it or not, the prospect of conflict is always there, and every nation is working to ready itself for it. Continuous investment and development in military technology are giving rise to ever more autonomous and lethal technologies that are capable of causing tremendous destruction as quickly as they can. At this juncture, I'm reminded of certain quotes ascribed to Albert Einstein, one of which is, "I do not know with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones." And that brings us to the end of this video. Feel free to let us know what you think about this video. And if you like this video, then please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.